Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Cheers. Welcome to Pom-Poms to Properties. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Christy.
And we are here to spice up all of your home buying needs and also tell you a little bit about our DCC. We are former Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. If you didn't see our first episode, we kind of told our backstory about how we were former cheerleaders together for the Dallas Cowboys.
In the 90s, in the good years.
Yes, and now we are real estate agents in Dallas and surrounding areas.
Yes.
And so we are here to talk about all things real estate, share some DCC stories.
Funny stories and memories.
There's
nostalgia.
lots of those, yes. And really just take you through, touring homes and
tips and tricks and what to do, what not to do, all the wonderful things about real estate, as well as
all the challenging.
Yes,
there's some challenging things.
We know it's challenging right now. It's challenging for us as well as our customers. So hopefully we can teach you some things and learn some things from you guys along the way on Pom-Poms to Properties.
Yeah, so welcome. We're glad you're here with us. All right, let's launch into, now last week we talked about, we told our backstory.
Yes.
Right? And really talked about how we became, we talked about why we tried out for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Right.
And so you showed last week your amazing rookie
my scrunchy picture.
Yes. And it was wonderful. I think, and I told you, I said, I ended up with a ponytail.
A side pony.
And there's a reason. Because initially they had me like this. And I don't know if you can see this, but we'll put it up on the screen. But honestly, I was 18 years old. And
I think you were beautiful.
When I look back at this picture, I think that it looks like toddlers to tiaras. I look like such a baby.
We were toddlers then.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was 18, but I had just like baby fat. And so just this look that was
we
kind
pay lots of money to try to get
right?
now,
but
right?
This look was not, it wasn't meant to be, I wasn't a sexy, like what you would think of Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. That was not me at 18. So I think very quickly my look shifted gears, and I went from that to, I don't know if you can see, but the little heart, that's me, a side ponytail, which was really appropriate for my little 18-year-old.
Yes,
so.
Much like the scrunchie.
Yes,
the
exactly.
Side pony and the scrunchie.
The side pony. It was very, like you said, that my rookie year was in the 80s, so it was very 80s.
Yes, it was very 80s.
Yes. So good. So anyways, those are the
90s,
days.
Yeah.
Took me a minute to get my look together.
I'm still working on getting my look together, so it's okay.
It takes more than a minute. No,
it takes a long time.
This is what Cher says about getting yourself together when you're past 50 or something.
Yeah.
She said when Oprah interviewed her, she said, I have to do a whole lot more to get a whole lot less.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I think that's kind of right. Got to work at it.
Yes. Yeah. It's not as fun anymore.
No.
Putting on makeup and teething.
The days of just putting a little mascara on and
that's not there.
No.
Funny you said that because I have to mention her, but Tara.
Yes.
Love me Tara.
She's our DCC sister.
Yes. We had a conversation at the alumni halftime, which we just had in October. It was so much fun, and just reminiscing with her as well as and you and just all of the girls and women that I cheered with and new ones that I met while I was there. She asked me, she said, if you could only have one makeup item and you were going to be on a desert island or stranded somewhere and you could have one thing, what would it be?
I'm so curious.
I said I need two things. I need mascara and concealer. And she said the same thing. She said the same thing.
Do you know, I think I might not say well, see, these
you wouldn't have
my eyelashes. So I guess if I'm on a desert island, I'm not going to be going.
I look like a naked mole rat.
So maybe I wouldn't need that, but I would say lip gloss.
Lip gloss.
Yeah,
I would need some concealer.
And the concealer is a got to.
That's a got to have.
Okay, so
that made me think about that. Slap a little mascara on. I mean, I would only those two things would be my necessities, but I
That's
probably
you
need a lot more.
must have those.
Yeah.
Desert island. We might not have a boat or any food, but we do
mascara.
need mascara and
the concealer.
Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit.
Yes.
So happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yes.
It's holiday season. We have our tree in the background. We are at the office tonight.
At the Christie's office.
We kind of waited for everybody to leave.
Thanksgiving break.
Yes. And so our Christmas trees up. So you actually were out on Thanksgiving, correct?
I was out showing homes on Thanksgiving throughout that whole break time for
Real estate doesn't sleep. It doesn't take a holiday.
We don't take a holiday. And, the weather wasn't great. We had some rain and it's gotten colder. Finally, we can wear a jacket or a sweater because we were all wearing shorts until, about a week ago.
Last week, right?
Yeah, but we know that. I will say, when I was showing homes with some buyers that were in from out of town, we had some people decline the showings.
No,
yeah, right. Some probably because of, it was really not even on Thanksgiving. It was on the days that it was raining hard and the days that it was colder. And I guess they just didn't want to show their home because it was raining and colder. And, in this market, that's one of the things. You have to approve the showings and you have to show your homes because homes are sitting and you don't get to decline them. I mean, here is
You were going to, the reason this came up is because we were talking about being Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and we were saying the show went on.
The show
rain,
must
shine,
go on.
Sleet, hail, whatever it was.
Yes. And when you are showing your home, there might be a buyer just in town for the weekend, just in town for that day. And that was like my buyers. They came in specifically to find a home. They're moving here from another state. And, it takes one buyer to be the right person for your home, and you might miss out on that one buyer. So I cannot stress to you enough how important it is, and that the show must go on, rain, shine, sleet, or hail, or snow, much like the Ice-Capade of 1993 when the DCC cheered the Thanksgiving game.
This is the year before I cheered.
This makes me think about that because we were, there was no opening at the top of the stadium in Texas Stadium, and this was all ice. It was actually the first time.
Wait. There was an opening.
Oh yeah, there was an opening.
Yes.
There was no closing.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no
closing.
There was no closing.
Right.
There was a huge opening.
A huge opening. So it was all snow and ice. And they did not cancel the game. It was the first time in history since they had the actual uniforms that we wore that we didn't wear uniforms. We wore a cat suit, a unitard cat suit. You can see the navy legs. And then we got to wear a puffer coat because it was that cold. And we were slipping and sliding and running into the players and running into the refs. I mean, there's some funny video out there that they still show.
I bet there is blooper videos of that. Yeah. And that was very, it was kind of unique. And I don't know that they have done it since they haven't worn the uniform because it's just like it was an outrage that
was a huge
the DCC were not. I remember being in freezing cold temperatures and you always were in shorts. You might have had, we called it the Michelin Man jacket. It was a big white puffer jacket.
Yes.
And you could have that, but you still were.
Oh yeah. It was like unheard of to not wear your shorts and your pantyhose. And we were in leggings basically with a big coat.
You got lucky.
We got lucky, but it was kind of scary because it was like ice skating. And, in Texas and here in DFW, when it snows or ices, everything shuts down. There's nothing open and people don't drive. So that was my rookie year. So, I was 18 and maybe had turned 19. I think I was still 18, but my dad drove me from Arlington where we lived, and he drove me in his truck because I had a little car, and drove me to the game because we got there 3 or 4 hours early. And I just remember everybody was nervous, and probably a few people maybe were late because of the ice and the snow. But it's a memory, and every Thanksgiving somebody that I cheered with posts it and tags everyone. So I just thought that was so funny. I'm in there, but
I love it. I love it. All the hairspray,
all the hairspray and the big bangs.
You reminded me when we talked about this earlier. I said, remember the night that we went to rehearsal in Texas Stadium. We used to rehearse in Texas Stadium with, again, open roof. Nothing, now everything is climate controlled and it's so beautiful, but it wasn't like that.
No.
And so we had a night rehearsal and it was pouring rain through the roof.
And we would be doing everything in the rain.
Doing the entire halftime, everything. There was a tarp all the way across, remember?
Yes.
The tarp across the field. And we're doing the kick line and we're kicking on this tarp and water, stuff's going everywhere. And it's freezing cold.
Yes.
And at the end of practice, and it was in retrospect kind of dumb because you couldn't see a yard line. I mean, it was just like,
we're just all over the place.
What are we doing out here? And at the end, I think just because we were kind of like, just everybody's a mess.
Yes.
We just,
you're not only wet, but when you're wet and it's freezing, you're wet and cold.
And you're just trying to make the best of it.
Yes.
And so then everybody just started doing slip and slide. Remember? They started just running and sliding across. I think maybe Kelly and Judy did it.
Probably.
It was just sort of like, what are you going to do?
That's a memory though. That's a great memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had a lot of extreme practices just because of how Texas Stadium did not have a roof.
That's true.
And it didn't open and close like a lot of the open roof stadiums do, but it was just open.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely different now. We would, in the heat, it could be 130 degrees down on the field. I always say that's why my toes are ugly. It molds them to the boot.
Very, very hot on the field. Okay, well, let's shift gears. So today we're going to talk about, we chatted a little bit before we got started here tonight about just how the market is a little less brisk.
It is. It's a tough market to sell in right now. I think it's great for buyers.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that I knew this obviously, but one of the things that I noticed at showing homes this weekend or this past week is that some of the homes had been sitting for 100+ days, which is normal right now in our area, unfortunately. And if you're in the
can be.
Now there are also specific areas and specific listings. I had one in Colleyville sell, when it was coming soon. We had offers coming in. So if you're in specific areas or you have just the right property and the right buyer, like I said, it takes one buyer, then those may be selling faster. But most of the homes, especially in the luxury market, are sitting for quite a while, couple 2 to 3 months, some longer, but some of the homes I showed had been sitting for 200 days. Some of the, there's a reason usually when that happens.
And that creates a lot of anxiety for the seller. So one of the things that we're going to talk about tonight, and you may not be about to sell your home, you may not be a seller right now, but at some point you might. Most people do at some point in their life. And so, or you might know somebody who's selling. So this is going to be some kind of tips for people who are looking to sell their home. They're currently got their home on the market, whatever, whatever phase you happen to be in. So we're going to kind of relate it to we're going to use a little football analogy here, a little bit football references.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about, let's talk about let's talk about flags on, this is a little, the little
flag on the play.
Flag on the play, exactly. So, and we do have props.
We have some props.
Yes. So we're going to talk about, all right, a 15-yard penalty and a flag on the play is unnecessary messiness. So
unnecessary messiness.
Unnecessary messiness. So we're going to just show you this, and I don't know if y'all can see that. We'll pop it up on the screen.
Okay.
But just a lot of mess going on here.
And that is a lot of mess. We're gonna eventually dig deep into the best way to prepare your home to sell and to have your best foot forward, and what are some really good tricks that won't cost you a lot, that will put your house in front of others and make it sell quicker than others. But that is funny.
Get this stuff out
the
off
clutter.
The floor.
Yes, the clutter needs to go.
Like that just makes good sense.
So
this is not going to do it for a buyer, a potential buyer.
And yes,
I'm anxious just looking at that.
Somebody could say, oh, well, I have my mother living with me and I have 3 children. But what this does is make them wonder what's going on behind the walls.
True.
If they don't maintain just the outward appearance, then what are they doing with the foundation and the HVAC and all of the elements that are behind the scenes? So I would say you definitely want to eliminate your clutter. That's an easy thing to do. That is, I know it's not easy because it's hard, but it's not expensive. It just takes time.
It takes time.
You want to eliminate the mess, and you want to eliminate the clutter, and you want to make it look neat and tidy and clean and smell good. So
and a great realtor will help you through that process. I know with my dad, I listed his house. I was the realtor on my dad's house, and my dad, God love him, he is a collector.
I will say a lot of people are collectors.
Okay, and we're gonna say he collected lots and lots and lots of things, and so there was just a lot to go through.
Yes,
but we just kind of made a game plan, and we brought in some help, and there are people out there who are really good at this.
Yes,
and they can help you clear the clutter.
Can. I mean, you can do it yourself well, and there's a lot of YouTube videos on organizing and decluttering, but there are also people you can hire if you have the means to do that as well. And like she said, a good realtor will help you with the tools you need.
Right.
I mean, I have been known to be decluttering homes,
sure,
and, cleaning and doing all the things because I want my listings to look good. And this was an actual listing photo that was online, so that's another thing. I mean, you should never put that online.
Don't put that online. No. That's an easy one. Okay, here's another one.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Okay, illegal formation of furniture. We're going to say weird decor choices. We're just going to label this category.
Yes.
So weird decor choices.
That's a couple of them.
Okay.
I would say illegal.
You going to go first, or am I going to go first?
I'm going to explain the illegal formation of furniture for a second. So when illegal formation of furniture can also mean too much furniture. Right. So I've listed homes and gone on consults where people have been there for a very long time, and every inch of the wall has a piece of furniture on it. A curio cabinet and a console and a table and, a sectional that touches another table and things like that. So you just really want to try to get rid of as much as you can before you put it on the market. Less is more, less is more. And I know it's hard because it's your things, but if you're going to move anyway, you might as well store it or get rid of it.
Sometimes it's sentimental, and we understand that, but you have to just think that somebody is coming into your home to see themselves in it.
So and I don't judge. I have a lot of stuff too.
Sure. I know. Right. And I'm about to have to do this because I'm about to sell my house. So
we've all done it. Yeah.
Chrissy's about to hold my hand through this process. So, all right, let's talk about this one. This is a good one. Here. That's a lot.
That's illegal.
That's a lot of pattern. That's
a
lot
of pattern.
And I feel like there's a water bed hiding in here.
Yes.
Here's a
that's a no-no
big flag,
anyway.
flag.
One too, that we're about to do?
That's one too. Yeah, that's a good one. And these are real photos.
These are real photos.
Yeah.
And this person was a collector. Those are actually dolls.
Dolls.
They're not people.
I thought they were real people at first, but
those are dolls.
That's just
they were a collector of real looking dolls, Chucky. But yes, that is another thing. You just want to eliminate any tchotchke-ish dust collecting things that you collect, and they're special to you, but the people buying the home, it's not going to be special.
Might be a turn off.
Yeah.
Talk about like guns and items that have value.
That's the other thing. So
Collectors.
I've had sellers that I had a seller that had a huge purse collection, very beautiful Louis Vuitton, Chanel, different kinds of purses, and it was a whole room, and she wanted to lock that room to where nobody could see it. But I would just tell you that people buying that home, it's going to be their home, so they're going to want to see every room.
Yeah, there's not a room that you're going to have that you're going to lock away and say, I don't want anybody in here.
Absolutely. So what you want to do is that's a great time to go ahead and professionally pack those things away and find a safe storage place for them or somewhere else, because you are going to have people coming in and out of your home, and you can't. Not that you can't trust the realtor showing your house, because you can, but that puts a lot on them. It puts a lot on you. It puts a lot on your realtor, and you can't just sit and watch your camera all day. So
you don't want to be glued to your Ring camera.
And you have to prepare like you are going to sell it. Don't prepare like you're going to keep living there. Prepare like you're going to sell it, because that's going to put your best foot forward.
Right. Okay, here's another interesting decor choice. Okay, that is a lot of color.
A lot of color.
That's a lot of color going on.
I think that looks like my grandma's house. I mean, it looks homey.
There's a lot of Mickey Mouse. I don't know if you can see that, but there's Mickey Mouse is well represented and with a lot of color. So that's one that you.
So I have a very interesting choice. This is someone that probably liked a theme. This is a very special pool table, I'm assuming.
No, it's a table.
It's a table.
We looked at it again. I thought it was a pool table.
Maybe they got a Jurassic Park discount.
Something is going on.
I don't know, but this was an actual listing photo, not mine, but someone's.
That's a decorative elephant table. That's what that is.
But you know what? Somebody that walks in that house is going to be thinking, they're going to try to leave that there. They're not going to take it, because I will tell you, people are known to leave pool tables because they are hard to move. Pianos. But yes.
Yes.
I don't think this is helping sell that home.
No, I don't think so either. We need a tablecloth.
Yes.
Stat.
Those wrinkly legs there.
Stat.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about, here's another one. There's another flag on the play. Okay. Bad smells.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't have necessarily, because this is just more of a you walk in, but it can be a real deal breaker.
I just showed another different buyer. And the whole time, all she could talk about was the smell. Mm-hmm. It could be a musty smell. It could be a dog smell. And I'm a dog lover. Cat are hard.
Litter box. Get it out.
Yes.
Get it out of there.
That can be a really hard thing. And people love their pets. My sellers love their pets. And I love my pet. And you become immune to the smell. And it's not just pets. I mean, you don't want to cook a big pot of spaghetti right before you're going to show your home with all the spices and everything. If you want to cook something, make some cookies or banana bread. Mm-hmm. But the smells really do bother people. And then, there are people that are allergic to pets. So you want to, I hate to say you want to hide your pets, because you just can't really do that. But you want to make sure that everything's in the garage and it's put away.
Have somebody else come over.
Yes.
Have a stranger, have a neighbor come over and say,
"What do you smell?"
Right. Because again, you could become nose blind.
Yes,
right?
you can.
That's something to think about. And everybody kind of has. Sometimes that's a real personal thing, but there's some just in general doesn't smell.
Yes, and you can buy neutralizers. You can order them on Amazon. They have some specific, I need to list my house neutralizers. I mean, they're really on there. I've filled a house with them before.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, it is. Pets are hard, and a lot of people have pets, but they still don't want to smell your pet.
No. Okay, here's one more flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Okay. This one is a dirty laundry room. Okay, there it is right there. You can see, and these really were like on the MLS. Yes. These are photos
that which someone listed.
Just I don't know who the agent was that allowed this to happen, but bad idea.
And I'll have people that a lot of times will say, do I have to clean my laundry room? Can I shut everything in my laundry room? Can I put the cat boxes in my laundry room? You don't want to do that, because people are also buying the laundry room.
Right.
You don't want to have, dirty underwear and your cat box and all the things in there, because some people love their laundry room, and you want to. The only room that I think you can have cluttered and put junk in is your garage, and people will be forgiving of the garage.
And sometimes the garage is where you kind of stage if you're moving, you've got boxes in there, and there's an expectation that it's not going to be perfection.
Correct. And as long as they know that you're going to get everything out and they can park in the garage, then they're usually okay with it. But you want to have everything else needs to be neat and tidy, and your laundry room should look staged just like your home does. Right. And you don't want to use it as a storage or a cat box area.
And your garage doesn't need to smell either.
No.
So
we're neutralizers, some kind of air freshener that isn't overpowering. But
right. Yeah. Right. So we've talked about kind of the penalty flags, the fumbles
on
kind of how to get your house ready. And I know, some people, and I'm going to be one of them, because again, I'm about to put my house on the market. And
we're going to show the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, we might do a little tour, and Christy and I will walk through and tell you, what needs to happen there. You guys will see a real life example.
Yes. We are going to do a lot of real life examples for you. We'll tour some listings. Obviously, we're not going to point out a lot of bad things in people's listings, but we're going to tour some listings and show you some great pointers on good ideas for staging and things like that too. But we'll also point out some things that could be fixed.
Could be better.
Yeah.
So let's talk about staging.
Yes.
So staging is, and sometimes, some of you may know this term and you may not, but like when we were DCC, when we got ready to get on stage, everything had been run through a million times. We had been through hours and hours of rehearsal to make it stage ready or field ready.
Yes.
Exactly. And so I think the point of staging your house is to make it look as beautiful and as appealing as possible to a buyer. So you do need, just like in DCC, you do need to spend some time on this.
And it doesn't always take a lot of money. When people think staging, they think they have to hire someone to come and restage or bring in furniture or, spend some money on it. I will say there are some things that definitely make it sell, and we'll talk about that in another episode, that you could spend money on. But I'm a huge advocate of spend the littlest amount you can to get the most that you can. Yeah, to get the biggest bang for your buck. So, but I think that getting it ready and prepping it and making, having the flowers and the flower beds and the mulch and everything, the little things, decluttering, just making it show ready are going to make all the difference. I mean, those will be the houses that don't sit on the market as opposed to the laundry room you just saw.
Talk about real quick. We didn't chat about this earlier, but talk about how, you've been showing buyers.
Yes.
So let's just talk about just the curb appeal. In other words, just because that is, sometimes that's make or break.
It is in this market. It is. And I will say, I was doing mostly listings in the market when it was hot, and you could have a yard that looked horrible and still sell your home really quickly. It is not like that anymore. So you really need to think about the first impression, the curb appeal of your home, specifically the front. I mean, the back, the back is important too, but the front is really, really important.
It's just that it's like a first impression.
It is first impression.
To relate it to DCC, when we would show up to auditions, there was a lot of time and energy and sort of thought process around what do I want my audition outfit to look like, because that you're getting judged as soon as you walk
the minute you walk through the door. Actually, when you line up outside,
they're already
when you line up outside and they're checking you in, they're watching you. They're
getting evaluated.
Yes, you're being evaluated by the way you behave and everything, your poise and how you take care of yourself, not even so much as your looks. And that's kind of the thing with the house. I mean, you can make a not so great house present itself well if you do the right things. So, the first impression and the curb appeal with fresh mulch, no weeds, make sure your lawn is mowed. You don't want to have a bunch of junk sitting on the front patio. Your door, that's a big thing. I mean, it costs so little to have your door repainted or restained.
Exactly. Just that's the first impression.
Yes, you want to do fresh flowers at the door. Right now, obviously no flowers, but fresh flowers if it's during the spring or summer. And you really want to show those buyers that you have put work into your home and that it's well maintained. I mean, that's when I give feedback, you can always tell if a home is well maintained. You can just tell.
Yeah. If they're not taking care of the lawn at all, then you're kind of a little suspicious about what's going on behind the closed doors. Right.
Absolutely.
So let's switch gears here now. I think we're going to, as we said, we're going to kind of dive more deeply into repairs and which makes sense and which you don't really need and all of that on a later episode. But I think we've kind of done it with the fumbles and the
so you have to show your house.
But let's kind of close out tonight with something fun.
So just, we're going to add a little segment that we're going to finish a few of our episodes with, but I think you guys will enjoy it. We at Pom-Poms to Properties, we're going to do a little mashup of our favorite worlds. So
Yes.
we love fashion trends and trends that need to stay in 2025, and then the real estate trends that can walk out with them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do a little segment at the end of our episodes that mash those two together. So,
yes. Okay. So what are the trends? So Christy and I had a little conversation about this, that
Yes.
there's some things that we just need to leave in last year.
Oh yeah, maybe we needed to leave them a long time ago.
And I said,
barrel jeans.
Please let the barrel jeans go. I mean,
just the name barrel
jeans.
Who wants to put some barrels on their legs?
You want to get some barrel jeans? Well, put some name, but also
when you're short.
We are
I'm 5'4",
vertically
and
challenged.
she's 5'1".
I'm 5'1" ish, some maybe, but that just doesn't. It doesn't work on us. It doesn't work
just
for
the
us.
Name.
Maybe if you're, on the runway and you're 5'10",
yes,
it works.
Then your long, skinny legs can handle the barrels.
The barrel jeans.
The barrel jeans to me is just like oversized, like a big old couch in the house.
Right. Exactly.
We don't want to fill it up
on a huge sectional that people can't even get around when they're looking at your home to buy it. So bye oversized.
Or the dad
furniture.
jeans. I mean, I don't want to be the dad.
I didn't even know there was dad jeans.
Yes.
They're dad jeans?
Dad jeans. They're like big, oversized, like you're wearing your dad's jeans.
Okay, I don't want those either. That's not going to work.
They don't work for our age group or our height.
There's another one on there. Which one do you like?
So let's see. There's another funny one.
I like this one. This one here. This one's a major.
Oh, yes, that is a major. So the micro purses.
The
itty bitty little purse that all you can put in it is like a piece of gum.
Yeah.
A tiny purse and a tiny closet.
Yes.
The micro closet.
Tiny closets.
We don't want tiny closets in a house because large closets sell a home.
You have an older home. You're redo, but you
100-year-old home. So I had to make, because the closets are like this right here. They're like this big.
Right.
The little bitty rod, and you can put your little bitty purse in it.
I'm not.
Like a little dog purse.
I'm a big purse.
I like a big purse.
I like.
You see me? I came in with 3 bags.
We're not doing the mini tiny
No,
purse.
no,
Yeah. And
because
this is the holiday season.
Because I got to put my mascara and concealer in that purse.
This is the exactly right. This is the tough thing about the holidays is all these cute purses that you wear with your cocktail
that are this big.
Are this big. You can't even fit your phone in there and your lip gloss.
I'd have to bring a bigger purse to put that little purse inside, and then just take it out to show.
There you go.
Yeah, so
there you go.
My mascara.
So, all right. So we've had fun with this tonight. We've closed on, something that we think is hilarious is fashion trends and real estate trends.
Yes,
and we are going to continue to bring you more real estate. We are hopefully going to be on location.
Yes. So we're going to be touring a home in Preston Hollow for a builder that we'll be listing for. And that's exciting. It's a beautiful house.
Beautiful.
Oh,
You've been there.
I've been there.
I've seen
it's gorgeous and it's staged beautifully. And so we'll be able to point out some really great features.
We might talk about home design next time.
Yes,
because it's gorgeous.
Absolutely. So we're going to have some guests on to talk to you. He's actually an investor. I don't know if he'll come on for it with us, but we're going to have some guests on to talk about design, talk about staging, and a lot of different things. But when we go tour the home, we'll also show you some things in the area, some fun things, and we're getting towards Christmas, so we'll do some Christmassy things and take you on some trips with us.
Yes, we'll take you in our back pocket.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. We appreciate you, and we will see you on the next episode of Pom-Poms to Properties.
Cheers.